All right, LifeLogLayer 2. Hopefully, first thing to note, there should be an intro for this one. I want to make an intro. I have an intro in mind. So hopefully an intro played. If intro didn't play, then I'm just lazy. First order of business. Osaka background with music. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, whatever. Yes, LifeLogLayer 2. It's kind of hard to focus with the music, honestly. Whatever. Oh, now she's spinning. Okay, goodbye. There goes the music. Well, I've been working on the game. I've been on the game. I've been on the game. Let's see. This week, I've basically just been working and working on the game a little bit. And I think I've made some pretty good progress. I've basically finished like the entire opening segment, I would say. It's like roughly done. There's still some stuff I have to do. Like, for instance, there's one item here you can get from this bookshelf called, what is it? Book of Important Spell Knowledge. I still have to work it so that when you use this book, it takes you to like a page where it explains like how the magic system works in the game. So it's basically like this is my like way of doing like a diegetic tutorial where it's completely optional. Like, you don't have to pick up the book, you don't have to read it, but if you do, it gives you general knowledge. Realting. I think it's meant to say relating. There we go. It gives you knowledge on the soul arts. So I think I'm gonna change the name of that, but whatever. So yeah, there's still some stuff like that I have to do. There's other items. I've done descriptions for most of them, but I still gotta not code, but still gotta event. You know what they do. Like I want the pack of smokes to maybe like deal like 1 damage to you, but it also gives some other like bonus. I don't know. But besides that, I've been on the game. I've been working on the game. Let's see. A lot of overworld stuff, some small stuff. I've changed some dialogue here or there. Yeah, but the big thing I just got done today, and it was like I got up real early to do it because I was really excited. Yesterday, I was gonna try to get it done yesterday, and then me being me, I ended up taking like 15 breaks, and then I ended up having to go to work before I even finished what I wanted to do. Basically, I made a little cutscene, so I guess I'll just show it off first. So I'll say we'll start here for now, and there goes the background music again. Okay, if I go full screen, the background music goes away. Yeah, so basically, in the game starts, you start in your room, yada yada, and then it basically, what I've done for the story is your character starts writing, because that's you play as a witch who's also an aspiring author, and then so you start writing, and then you like tire yourself out, and then you want to go take a smoke break. So then you go this way. Oh yeah, and then if you try to, the sound effects are fucking wackadoodle. Okay, and then actually, Jesus Christ, why is that? Stop! Stop! Turn it off! I don't know why that was the. I gotta change that. It's gonna drive me bonkers. Yeah, let's do one that's not like that. Or just pitch it up so it goes quicker. That's kind of annoying, actually. That what? I'll make it the dog. What the dog doing? Okay, I'll basically run through what I have so far. I'll just run through the frackin' thing real quick, and then make sure this is the event that gives you the pack of smokes. So I didn't have it earlier because I didn't start in this map. So I think I showed this in the last, and there goes the background music again. I'm going crazy. I think I showed this in the last life log. I did this little intro. You wake up from a dream. You ponder idly. What an ominous dream. Yada yada. Right. The whole kit and caboodle. Perhaps I should write. So yeah, then your character's like, I want to write. So then you could try to leave. But they say, can't leave now. I need to write. I must heed this innate calling. Yeah, so then you gotta, it forces you to write. So basically you come over here, and then when you interact with this event, it hits a switch, and then you're allowed to leave. It enables a switch. So far, the paper reads the. And then now, your character goes, I want to go on a smoke break. So then you leave. And then I think there's an issue here because you're supposed to. Well, actually, so yeah, oh my God, I forgot I made the dog barking. But yeah, so now if you try to smoke the pack of smokes, they say this isn't a good enough smoke spot. One's surroundings are important. Yada yada yada. The aesthetics in the environment can add a positive psychological effect. Yada yada. Probably. So yeah, and they basically say the main character says, "I think I want to smoke by the water today." So you can't smoke the cigarettes yet until you're in the right location. And then also that was a lot of dialogue, and it's gone. That's an God, these fucking sound effects. That's an issue. The smokes are supposed to still be here because obviously you didn't use them. I'll have to fix that. That's actually I just discovered that. The good thing I'm doing a check, I guess. But anyways, let's pretend we still have the smokes. That fucking dog always be barking and shit. Okay, so then you go out here and it hits you with some more dialogue and it kind of hints at where you're supposed to go. There's a large body of water to the south. I think it's a lake, but it very well could be an ocean. I think I'll smoke over there. Now here's the funny part, because you're sitting here looking, where the fuck is south? Well, I forgot to pick up the compass. There's a compass back up in your apartment. I forgot to pick it up, but who gives a fart? You know, we'll just keep going. And it hits you with more dialogue. It's always pleasant going on walks here. I never have to worry about running another person. Just me here, just me. Yep. So then, you know, we're assuming we have the cigarettes, even though they're not here. Who cares? You can try this gate. We'll see. This is kind of silly. These 1 block wide corridors are like really tricky to navigate through. So I think in the future, I just can't make them like this, because it's too like glitchy. It's too finicky. But yeah, this gate is locked. Yeah, I've locked. That's another thing I did today is I locked, quote unquote, these gates around the map, because there's a whole second part of this city map, but I locked it, and then it's not going to unlock until you like progress throughout the game. Basically, venture forth. Yes. So then you go over here, and then your character's like, now time for a smoke, and then watch this. I did a cutscene. When the music just got louder. Yeah, I made a little poorly animated cutscene. And this is basically like the call to adventure. And like the main point of the game. And you're looking at the door. And it's like, whoa, what an ominous red door. Wow. Great. And then this is a whole thing. Just a bunch of dialogue. This is going to be annoying to get through. But basically, like with the main character, I tried to make him like a recluse, and maybe not so much a social outcast, but basically someone who just like doesn't like being around people, and then also someone who's like, I try to make a character who's like really neurotic and overthinks things a lot. So that's basically like this little segment. It doesn't what's the word? Spoiler alert. It doesn't matter what you do. You can hit do nothing. That's right. I'll just sit here and do nothing. Yada yada yada. And then you progress through a lot of inner monologue stuff. A lot of pauses, a lot of long pauses. And then so you can choose to investigate the door, and then they still just sit here and like overthink things. In the background ambiance is going nuts right now. So you can try to investigate it again, yada 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 yada. And then finally you pause. This is like the third pause. Grah! And then as if trying to catch the object off guard, you lunge for the door suddenly. And then this is like the inciting incident. I don't know. And then you fall. And then yeah, and so that's basically going to be, and then obviously like I haven't made the second map yet, so it just puts you back here. But once I make the second map, it's going to send the player character there. But yeah, that's what I got so far. That took me basically a whole day to do. I still have some time, but I gotta go to work in like an hour, so I figured I'd make this life log, kind of go over what I gotta do from here. And yeah, that's the gist of that. Yeah, basically took a long time just because I'm like animating. Can I just say I hate animating? Like I'll show you how I did it. Play my music. Oh, oh, kill him. Oh, kill him. Okay, let me get back on track. Basically, I've been animating using Photoshop, and that's probably not a wise idea. Like Photoshop, it's not made for animation. It's something you can use it. Like obviously, I don't know why this timeline pops up. Like why is it showing up now? It should show up when I click on a file. Whatever. Obviously you can animate in Photoshop, but it's not the best. It's not the most. I don't know what the word is. It's not the easiest to use for animation, especially because like with keyframing, you can't really do any like with these keyframes here, you can't really smooth them or do anything like that. So that's why it's so like rigid. It's just like one solid motion. It's not really fluid. What the fuck is happening? What is going on? Fuck out of here, Adobe. I don't get the fuck out the way. Christ. So yeah, but yeah, I animated using Photoshop because it's like the only thing I know how to use. I should really learn how to use like Krita or GIMP or something, animating those because those are like actual like digital art programs. But I don't know. I do not know. I really want. That's the thing. 2D animation is cool, but I really want to learn like 3D animation. I feel like that would be easier for me to wrap my brain around because I can't draw for shit. And when I say I can't draw for shit, I mean I can't draw in like the style I want to like draw in. But I also don't want to take the time to actually learn and get good at drawing in, the specific style or styles I want to draw in. Whatever, suffice to say, I kind of want to learn a 3D program just so because I feel like that'd be easier to animate in, because that's just keyframes. You can move individual body parts if as long as there's enough bones in the object. You can really maneuver them and all you need to do is just move the time frame along and adjust it with keyframes. That's so easy to do. But with 2D animation, like I can't wrap my brain around like drawing shit and then drawing it from different angles. Like let's say I wanted to make the main character turn their head to the side. I don't know how to draw that. I honestly don't know how to draw that. But if it was in like a 3D, it was in. Oh, I just burped. Sorry. If it was in like Blender, uh, I just burped again. If it was in like Blender, I could just fucking rotate it. I could rotate the camera. I could do all this, that, and the third. So yeah, I really can't wrap my head around 2D animation. But this game is gonna be like predominantly 2D animation, especially when it comes to these cutscenes. So I'm gonna just have to like bite the bullet and stick to like the basic, the ba- yeah, I gotta stick to like the basic little animation tricks I know, which is not much. This one looks so bad. I basically just use keyframes to make the body like glide to the door, and then the hand opened it, and there's a little bit of had the body lean to the right. That was like 3 frames, and then it's just like the same 3 frames repeating. I don't know. 2D animation is cool. Like I like seeing it all come together, even though it still looks kind of shitty. It's so fun seeing it come together. It's just I feel like I have more control. I feel like I would have more control if I did 3D animation. But see, I don't know if I would because I've never tried it. But that's something I have to try. So, yeah, save it. Smowing cutscene 1. Great. Play the music. Play the funky music, white boy. Okay. Yeah. So that's about that. I guess what thing to add to the things to do. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it so when you use the pack of smokes, it's like maybe I'll put not consumable. Except I do want it to be a consumable item. Oh, you know what I could do? I could actually just go back into the common event. I can just have it give item and have it given back to him. So you do use it, but you get it back. And so technically behind the scenes, it's like you didn't even lose it at all. That makes sense. Um, yeah, change item. We'll do pack of smokes. Where is pack of smokes? Swag. Great. So that's fixed. Let's just try that real quick. Oh, we have to go to this whole fucking rigmarole. See, I like these little. I like how the game kind of forces you to pause when it does the dot dot dot. Because I feel like that makes the pacing better, so you can't just blow through it like I'm trying to do now. But obviously, when you're testing the game, it is kind of annoying. If we leave, use the door. Goddamn, sliding off the walls here. And then we have the dog barking at us. Use the pack of smokes. This isn't a good enough smoke spot. That's another thing too with this character. You'll see their with these inner monologues or whatever. That's another thing. It's really inconsistent. This is supposed to be in italics because I want like whenever they're having an inner monologue, I want it to be italicized, and then whenever like the omnipotent like narrator is narrating an action you're doing, I want that to be in like a regular text. But I didn't decide to do that until I was working on the last section of this opening part with the beach segment and the smoking cutscene and whatever. I could go back through and fix all that, but I'm probably not because this is going to be a free game and it's going to be a really janky fucking piece of shit game, so I don't even care. But anyways, yeah, the character does a lot of pontificating and they try to use like fancy words. Basically, I really want the character to come off like they insist upon themselves, in their head, right? But then as the game goes on, as you interact with people, I want them to be really like flustered and like really bad with words. So it's like gonna be this juxtaposition. Because I guess it's kind of like a representation to me, because that's how I feel honestly a lot of the time. Like I try to be all fancy and smart and use these big words, especially in my personal journal when I type to myself. But then whenever I'm out and about talking to someone, I just sound like a retard, honestly. Like I can't my brain is moving so fast I can't put words together sometimes, or I just don't have much to say. But in my head, there's all these like there's so much I want to say. I don't know. So yeah, the main character of this game is like really fucking a douchebag, or they're just annoying. And let's see, item, and yeah, pack of smokes is still there. And then if you try to use it again, it shortens the dialogue, so it only gives you. Well, okay, it didn't work like I wanted to. But did you peep that dog sound effect? Did you peep the that dog barking sound effect? That was from Mountain Blade. Fun fact, that's from Mountain Blade Warband. I love that game. It's a great game. I don't really play. I got Bannerlord as well, but I don't really play it that much. Anyways, back on topic. The second time you click on the pack of smokes, it was supposed to do just these two dialogues here, but instead it did the whole thing. So that's an issue. Yeah, see, I tried doing this if self switch thing. Doesn't look like it worked. Okay, so I think just don't make it a self switch. I'll probably just have to make it like a regular switch. I do already have the smokes. Oh, I don't know. There's probably a better way to do this, but I'm gonna do like smokes 2. So switch 16, smokes 2. Okay. Okay. So smokes 2 is on. It shows the shorter dialogue. But if else, this one. And then this has to turn not the self switch, but the smoke switch. Turn that one to on. Great. Turn the self switch, delete that. All right, let's see. I'm back. We go through here. Now, the dog's barking at us. We try to use a pack of smokes. Boom. This isn't a good enough smoke spot, obviously. Yes, yes, yes. Probably. I think I want to smoke by the water today. And then we try it. The pack of smokes are still there. We try it again. This isn't a good enough smoke spot. I think I want to smoke by the water today. There. So then, yes. Now, when you try to use the smokes a second time or a third time or whatever, and you're not, and you haven't triggered the smoke switch, it just gives you these two lines of dialogue, and you have to go by you got to go to the beach area, and then that will trigger the cutscene. The cutscene triggers the door monologue, where you have the illusion of choice on whether to investigate the door or not, and then that leads straight into the next cutscene, which basically is like the call to action, the call to adventure, and you open the door and you're sent into another world. And yeah, now I just have to do. Now I just have to. Now I just have to make the rest of the game, and also too, like I already said, I gotta do the. I got a code, not code. I'm not doing any coding. I got to do the common event for the Book of Important Spells. That'll be fun. I have a Google Doc where I like do all my typing. I put all the dialogue and all the text in there just for like spell checking reasons. And can I just say this part, like that, the whole sequence with the cutscenes and everything, that's all one event. And look how much text it is. And it really did not have to be this way at all because again, like the choices don't matter in this part. But I just made it this way anyway because I don't know. And then yeah, like out of the blue, this is the first time the game uses like italicized text to symbolize the character's inner monologue. So that's going to be confusing later on in the game if I don't decide to go back and fix it. But I'm probably not going to go back and fix it. I don't care. And then yeah, so that was fun. But that is honestly one of my favorite parts of making this game is just the writing. Because I think I said in the previous life log, I really like writing. It's probably my strongest skill if I had to pick one. Uh, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite parts of the game is just writing all the dialogue and text and stuff. And also making the cutscene. Making the cutscenes are fun. I do cut a lot of corners with it, obviously, because I'm not a good animator. But it is fun seeing it come together and seeing like the player character like interact with the world in this like 3D environment I've made. It's really cool to see. But yeah, I just have to make the rest of the game. Also, okay, for a second I thought I was tripping. I thought a bunch of maps got deleted, but no, this is right. Oh, because of that. That skill that scared me. I was like, are we missing maps? Yeah, just the hallway section. But yeah. That's another thing I was thinking about this morning too. Because well, I woke up this morning and my main goal was to like animate those cutscenes. So I got on that. Took me a while just because like again I'm not good at animating. I don't really have a good workflow when it comes to that. But I got that done, and I started thinking like, God, now I have to make more maps and make the whole rest of the game. And I'm thinking this game is way too ambitious like for what I want to do. Like because this is just the opening segment, right? This is the opening segment, and then on the beach area, you open that door, it's gonna take you to this other world, and I want that world to be its whole like a whole game environment, right? Like a whole world you can not really like I don't want to describe it like a sandbox. It's gonna be pretty linear, but I do want it to be kind of open in different ways. And so that first world, I was thinking like you go to this like put picturesque like um medieval setting type beat, and then you get jailed by a knight because you're a witch. And then so basically you have to escape jail. You have to escape out of prison with this thief slash like vagrant you meet in jail. And so I wanted that to be just the first segment of the game, right? And then after you do that, I wanted it to like where you come back to your apartment, you're like, I just got inspiration. You go back, start writing, and then you go explore the map again, and then a different door opens up. And then so I wanted it to be like let's see here. Let's see here. I wanted it to be four different like environment like worlds with their own little stories on top of this main one, like this main hub world and stuff. And I was thinking today and I was like, gosh, that might be, you know, that's really big scope. I don't know if I'll ever finish this game, especially cuz I start school here. Let me see. I start school here in like 18 days or so, like a couple weeks. I start school in like a couple weeks or so. So I'm like, God, I'm not going to get it done. So I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to make this game a chapter based game. And that also sounds stupid because like I'm who cares, right? I don't like who cares about making this game. This channel has 4 subscribers. But you know what? I care I'm making this game and I think I am going to do a chapter based thing. So I think now that I set up that opening part, I think I want to make this next world, this next like medieval fantasy world, with the basic plot, you go to jail cuz you're a witch, you have to break out of jail and hijinks ensue, and you have to like fight people. You can do the basic fucking JRPG thing where you talk to people, make friends, fight enemies, loot. Uh, I don't think there'll be side quests. I think it's just gonna be one like controlled kind of narrow storyline, little story in itself, And I don't think there'll be like side stories. But yeah, I want it to be this one little short little tale, and then and then after that it's just done. And I think that would be like chapter 1, right? This first little adventure through the red door, that would be chapter 1. And then if I ever, and it puts me in the perfect place, right? Because then that narrows the scope. It doesn't feel so daunting now. Instead of making 5 side stories or 4 short stories, now I only have to focus on 1. So that makes it less daunting in my mind, and it also gives me a lot of freedom. Like, let's maybe by the time I finish this chapter 1, well, hopefully, I'm assuming I'm gonna finish it. I really want to finish it though. So hopefully, after I finish this first chapter, I either have the choice to work on the second chapter and continue this game idea, or maybe I can just like fucking say I'm done with it and work on something else. Like, maybe, like I said earlier, I really want to learn like 3D modeling, or at least 3D animation. So maybe I can, like, after I make this game, I can start trying to learn Blender or something. There is one program I do want to learn. Let me see what it's called again. I do want to learn Animator. There's an 8 in there. Animator. This guy right here. I do want to learn this one. Cuz I really like the low poly, like old school texture look of it. And it seems like it could be like a pretty fun, like, starting point to learn. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to make this game like a chapter 1 situation. And it's just going to be one little side story. And I say little, but it's like, with all this, again, I'm a solo dev, so I got to do all the animating for the cutscenes, and I have to write all the text, and I don't have to do these things, but I want to, and I want to make these custom tile sets, and I want to make my own custom maps, and all these different things, and I want to use all these different plugins. Shout out Visual Stella. These plugins are so good. And they're free. All these, like, basic tier 1 plugins are free, so that's awesome. Anyways, yeah. It's just difficult, doing all this stuff. So, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to finish the game before I start school. I'm hoping to at least finish it before my first semester of college is over, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just, I'm feeling pretty content though. I feel a pretty decent bit of accomplishment now that I got those cutscenes out of the way. The game's coming along. And I'm also feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like this right here. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in the mood because I do have work today, but it's my Friday. So, anyways, yeah, like I was saying, it's my Friday today, so I'm off tomorrow. So I'm feeling good. I only got to work 5 hours today. And then tomorrow, on my off day, big plans. I'm going to make another life log. Because it's going to be a special. It's going to be a special life log. I'm going to use my webcam and everything. I'm going to get a face footage for the next life log. So that will be great. And I won't spoil anything, but I'll just say it's going to be good. It's going to be a great life log. It's probably going to be short, but it's going to be sick. Anyways, yeah, that's what I got. LifeLogLayer 2-04, I think this one is. The game's coming along. It's coming along all right. I got to figure out how to, like, reach out and, like, network with other, like, RPG Maker devs. I feel like that would be fun to do and interesting and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. LifeLog 2-04 out. Goodbye.
Let's have a word of encouragement from Chia-chan. You do your do-do, but